Usually, whenever I record my videos, I have a rough set of points that I want to talk about, right? But today's video is going to be different because I don't have any script. I don't have any set of points that I want to talk about. I'm just going to go with the flow. And all I'm here to do is to convince you and make you realize how easy manifestation is. Because I'm sick and tired of people overcomplicating this stuff, right? So let's just get right into it. This video will be as valuable as it can get, right? So turn off your notifications. I don't want you to run this video in the background, have 10 tabs open, or scroll through social media while watching this video. No, I want your utter focus because I'm sure this video will be enough for you to manifest whatever desire you have. You don't need to watch another video, right? All my videos have that one single goal, right? So make sure you take notes. Make sure that I go with the flow and I don't deviate a lot. So let's get right into it. So for you to manifest your desires, this is as simple as it can get, right? So for you to manifest your desires, all you need to do is think from the wish fulfilled. Now what does that mean? That means you think as if you already have your desire. That's just it. That's literally it. That's what manifestation is, right? I don't know why people overcomplicate this stuff, right? All you need to do to manifest your desires is think as if you already have that desire and operate from that standpoint. That's literally it. That's literally it, right? So the reason why most people complicate is, let me just debunk a few myths or like questions that many people ask that end up sabotaging their manifestations, right? So the first question I see is, am I doing it right? You don't realize that when you ask this question, you lose power, right? Because you are a powerful human being, right? And you literally your own rules, right? Like you have some authority figures that you look up to in YouTube, right? Like there are many YouTubers, there are many books, there are so many TikTok reels. Like I don't know what people consume these days, but there are so many information out there about manifestation and reality creation, and there are so many thought leaders from this topic. Even I talk about a lot of methods, a lot of techniques and stuff, but all of these techniques that you see online, the reason that they work is not because of the technique itself, but it is because of the user's conviction that that technique will work, right? So you literally create your own rules. What does that mean? That means there is no such way as doing it right, right? Manifestation, there's no set of rules that you need to follow for you to manifest. I mean, there are many people say that you need to follow this or you need to follow that, but only when you attribute meaning to it. Some people say that if you smoke, then you can't manifest, right? But that in itself is a belief. That in itself is a rule created by that particular person. If you attribute no meaning to that particular activity, and you have the conviction that whatever I do, I'm still going to manifest my desires, then that will become true for you, right? If you think you drinking alcohol or you smoking will affect your manifestations, then it will affect your manifestations. But if you attribute no meaning to that particular activity, then it's not going to impact your manifestations, right? So whatever that happens in your life, for example, people say that if you dwell in negativity, if you have a negative thought, or if you have a rough bad day, like many people say, like even I say that whenever you go to sleep, you should not sleep in a negative with a negative emotion, right? And that has its uses. Like don't get me wrong, even I advocate that whenever you go to sleep, you should go to sleep with a positive thought. You should go to sleep thinking about your ideal reality. But where people go wrong with this is sometimes life happens, right? Sometimes shit happens, circumstances happen, and many times we don't fall asleep thinking about a dream reality, but many of the times we sleep by staying neutral or by thinking negatively. And when these people, when they wake up the next day, they feel guilty. They feel like their manifestation got ruined because they attribute so much meaning to that particular night that that guiltiness is the thing that ruins their manifestations, right? So if you have the conviction that even if I'm dwelling in negativity, I can still manifest my desires. If you have the conviction that whatever you do, if you don't attribute any meaning to what you do every day, and you still just have the conviction that if I have a desire, it will get manifested in physical reality, then that will be the case, right? So you literally create your own rules. I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time, 99% of the person 99% of the time you do create your rules and you define those rules. So don't let anyone, not me, not any popular YouTuber or any book, say that there are strict rules that you need to follow, and if you don't follow them, you won't manifest. That is not the case. So there is no point in asking, am I doing it right? Because when you have the conviction that you are doing it right, then of course you're doing it right. You define what is right, right? This is, you define it. You define what is right and what is wrong. If you think doing affirmations 50,000 times a day, if you think that is what it will take for you to manifest your dream reality, then do it. Right? There is no right way to do affirmations. There's no wrong way to do affirmations. Right? For some people, robotic affirmations work, but I advocate that emotion is important. But still, many people still manifest their dream reality by robotic affirmations. Right? So does that mean robotic affirmation works? But for many people, it doesn't work. Right? People go wrong because they don't realize that they create the rules. For people, robotic affirmations work. For some people, it's because they have the conviction that it works, right? So whatever technique you use, whatever process, whatever ritual, whatever methodology, whatever process or ritual or whatever you do, if you believe, if you have the conviction that it is the right thing to do, then that will be the case, right? I can literally flip a coin and tell that if I flip this coin every day for the next 100 days, I will get my desires. If I place that rule and I have conviction over it, and then it will happen. I will manifest my dream reality because I create my own rules and you do so as well, right? So there's literally no point in asking, am I doing it right? And the reason you ask that question is because you want reassurance from other people, basically, right? You want reassurance that you're doing it right because you are having self-doubt, right? That brings me to the next point. You are asking this question, am I doing it right? Because you feel doubtful, right? And let me tell you this. It's okay to feel doubtful. It's okay to feel negative. It's okay to be in low vibration, right? Most people ruin their manifestations not because of these reasons, but they give meaning to it. They give power to it, right? If you're feeling doubt, it's okay. There's nothing wrong in feeling doubtful. You are human, right? You human are supposed to feel emotions, and that includes negative emotions as well, right? And just because you're feeling doubtful, that doesn't mean you're ruining your manifestations, right? Your manifestation gets ruined because you decided, right? You decided so. If you have the conviction that even if I feel doubtful, because it's completely normal to feel doubtful, even if I feel doubtful, I will manifest my dream reality. My desires always want me. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. All that matters is I have the conviction that my desires will get manifested, right? You ruin a manifestation not because of the doubt, because the meaning you assign to it, right? So as long as As long as you don't give any meaning to these things, it's okay. It's okay to feel low vibration. It's okay to feel this negativity. It's okay to feel doubtful, right? So from now on, whenever you feel doubtful, allow yourself to feel that doubt and just move on. Move on like nothing happened. It's okay. Like, yeah, I am feeling doubtful, but I know that my manifestations will occur. It will happen. And there's nothing for me to worry about, right? Dwelling in doubt is a completely another thing. You can't dwell in doubt for like months and years and expect for manifestations to happen. No, it is you not attributing any meaning to it, because if you don't attribute any meaning to the doubt, if you don't take your doubt seriously, then that doubts will get disappear, right? So the problem here is you assign meaning to the negativity you feel, you assign meaning to the doubts you feel, and that particular meaning is a precise reason your manifestations get sabotaged, right? So let me just tell you the simplest method, technique, whatever you want to call it, for you to manifest your desires. So all you have to do, like I said in the first part of this video, is think from the goal, think from your desires. You just need to think that you already have it, right? So the more you do it, the more you think that I already have my desire. The more you do it, the more faster your manifestations will happen. The more faster your desires will get materialized into physical reality, right? And you are manifesting either way, right? The only thing that you need to avoid, or if even if you can't avoid, the only thing that you need to come back from whenever you go into that trap is you thinking against your desire, right? For you to manifest your desires, all you need to do is think from your desires, and be sure you don't think against your desires, because either way you are still manifesting, right? Whether you have the desire or whether you don't have the desire depends on how you think, right? So whether you think I don't have it yet or whether you think I already have it, you are still manifesting, right? Every second, every day, you are manifesting a reality. Whether it is your dream reality or whether it is your undesirable reality, that is up to you, right? So for you to think from the goal, think as if you already have that desire, have that goal. You can use any technique that you want, right? You can do affirmations, you can do visualizations, you can do scripting, you can do, like, there are hundreds of techniques that you can do. So there's no point in asking, am I doing my affirmations right, am I doing my visualizations right? No, all you have to do is think from the goal, think as if you already have it, right? Whatever you need to do, always. So it doesn't matter what you need to do. If it takes 50,000 affirmations for you to always feel this, then do it. If you feel like you need to do imagination, you need to do scripting, you need to do affirmations. If you need to do 100 methods every day, if you feel like it, then do it. There's no right way to do manifesting and there's no wrong way to do manifesting. You already do manifestation every day. You are already manifesting a reality every day, right? So there's no set rules that you need to follow. There's no set protocols that you need to follow. I mean, yes, following a protocol becomes easier. It is easier. But don't change that into a limitation for you, right? There's no rules. You can have fun with manifestation, right? You can literally do no techniques. I mean, I'm saying this literally. You can do no techniques, no rituals, no routines. You can simply enjoy life and just think that I already have my desire and still manifest every goal, every desire that you have, right? So you can do 100 techniques at once or you can do no techniques. It doesn't matter. What matters is you operate from the paradigm, you operate from the standpoint that I already have my desires. That is the only thing that matters, and you need to be sure that you don't think against your desires. You don't think that, oh my god, I don't have my desires. That is the only thing you need to look out for. And even if you think this, don't attribute any meaning to it and slowly come back to this thought, right? That's it, right? You can listen to subliminal, you can listen to subliminals, you can have an internal mantra, you can, like, let's say you want money, right? You can keep saying, I am making $10,000 per month, I am making $10,000 per month. You can keep repeating it every day and it doesn't matter. If that leads you to having the dominant thought as I already have my desire, then that's all that matters, nothing else matters, right? So all you need to do is avoid thinking against the desires and always think from the desires. And whatever technique, whatever routine, whatever ritual that you want to do it. Manifestation is as easy as it can get because you're literally doing it every day. You're just shifting what you want to manifest. For all this time, you have been manifesting unconsciously. So from now on, you will manifest consciously. That's the only difference that you're going to do after this video. And now, if you think that is it just enough, is it that simple? If you start having doubts regarding this, then don't attribute any meaning to it. Yes, it is that simple. It is that easy for you to manifest your desires. All you have to do, let me repeat it again. Let it go through your head. All you have to do to manifest your desires is think as if you already have that desire and operate from that standpoint. And whatever technique that lets you do that, do it. There's no right way to do manifestation, there's no wrong way to do manifestation, right? The only thing that matters is you think from the goal, not think against the goal that you have, right? So there's no point in feeling doubtful, there's no point in asking these questions, there's no point in asking for reassurance from some other third person, because you have the power. You literally create your own rules, right? And and I think the reason that many people overcomplicate this stuff is because there's too much information, right? If you're not a coach like me, then why the hell do you want to read 100 books, 200 books? Why do you want to follow like 100 YouTubers? Because everyone has their own method, right? The more you learn, the more you realize what you don't know. And the more you realize what you don't know, the more doubtful you feel. And the more doubtful you feel, the more meaning you attribute to it. And the more meaning you attribute to your doubts, the more you sabotage your manifestations, right? Like this knowledge is a ocean. You can literally study this for the next 100 years and you'll never reach the bottom of it. Then why would you do it? This knowledge, like this video alone is enough for you to manifest your desires. Then why the hell do you want to watch another video? I mean, you can watch it for fun, you can watch it for entertainment, but don't take it seriously, right? If some other person comes and says, like, if you're smoking, then you can't manifest your desires, why do you attribute your authority to that particular person? Don't do it, because you are a powerful being. You literally create your own rules. That is the only thing I want you to have in your mind from now on. If you're reading a book, if you're watching another video, right? Since there's no right way to do manifestation, if someone gives you a protocol, if someone gives you a routine for you to follow, there's no need, there's no compulsion for you to follow it. The reason you feel doubtful of your method, of your routine, when someone else challenges it, is because you don't have conviction yourself. And I hope from this video, you build that conviction, because there's no set rules. Any desire that falls under the constraints of the third dimensional reality, you can manifest it, right? I mean, you can't fly, of course, because you are still constrained as a physical human being. So how much of a big of a desire you have, that if you want to fly, you can't, you will die. If you jump off a cliff, you will die, you can't levitate, right? So any desire that you have that falls under the constraints of this physical reality, you can manifest it, and you can manifest it by with any method, any process that you deem that you have conviction in, right? So don't feel doubtful, don't feel like you're doing something wrong, because there's no such thing like that. Manifestation is as easy as it can get, right? Like, don't limit yourself to follow a strict routine. Like, for example, let's say I give you a routine for you to follow, and if you can't follow it, if you don't feel good following that routine, then don't do it. Even sometimes, like sometimes I'll feel like I want to listen to some affirmations, sometimes I want to script. I like to be spontaneous. And if you like being spontaneous, then you can be spontaneous, right? Sometimes I just want to enjoy life. I don't want to do any manifestation routine. I don't want to indulge in some visualization practice. All I want to do is enjoy life. And I will simply enjoy life. That's it. I will have fun, right? Because I know all I have to do is think from the desire, right? And if I already have the desire, then why the hell would I script? Why the hell would I visualize? I will still go simply enjoy life, because I know I am already having my desires. And if I already have my desires, why should I script? Why should I visualize? That is the thought process that I have personally for me. right? So there's no rules, there's no rules. I know I'm repeating it again and again, but I want you to get it through your head, right? And whenever you're feeling down, whenever you feel negative, don't attribute any meaning to it. Just simply move on from it. And again, go back to the standpoint that you already have your desire, right? So that's it from me. I just wanted to show this quick video to rant about the state of this manifestation space, because I'm honestly tired of people overcomplicating this stuff when it is so simple, right? So so don't overcomplicate this stuff. If you want to work with me personally, then check out the link in the description, because I can look at your problems, I can look at your goals and give you specific advice and protocols tailored for you, right? The reason many people, and the last reason why manifestation doesn't occur for many people is they take the wrong advice, right? They don't know what they need to do for their own specific situation, and that is why coaching is the best process for them, right? So if you want to work with me personally, then check out the link in the description. And if not, you can still consume these free videos. And honestly, this video is enough for you to manifest your desires. But if you still want the specific advice for your current reality, then you can reach out to me anytime. And until then, I will see you in another video.